Karita Parks with Double Take Sports here with Kim Smith with CAA. Kim, we are at the Purple Pro Collective event that the Ravens are hosting, an event to empower women who are interested in sports. You just got off of the main stage. First of all, talk about your experience talking to these women tonight.
Yeah, I think this is a really, really awesome event that the Ravens are putting on. It's something that me 10 years ago, coming out of college, would have loved to attend and hear from the speakers. So, really appreciative of the Ravens asking me to take part in it. And, tons of great speakers tonight that shared their journeys in sports, about being a woman in sports. And hopefully, all the women that attended found it helpful.
So, Kim, you got a lot of good questions from the audience tonight. Is there a question that maybe stood out to you?
Yeah, I think collectively as a whole, the group asked just really great questions. You can tell it's a group of women who are really, really serious about working in this space. And I don't know that one necessarily stuck out, but I will say that I was super impressed by their questions. I think, me 10 years ago didn't even know the questions to ask that they were asking. So I'm super excited about, the direction that women in sports are heading, and think, this group here is a perfect example of how they're light years ahead of maybe where I was when I was coming out of college.
When you talk about the direction that women in sports is heading, how much, just to that point, how far
Yeah.
have women in sports come? There's always work to do, but there are a lot more women in this business than there used to be.
For sure. And I think it's great to see so many more names and faces, and, team side or agency world or just organizations. And, I think 20 years ago, even 10 years ago when I was coming out of college, like that wasn't the case. So I love the ways in which the numbers of women in sports are just increasing tenfold. And I think it's super important because women offer different perspectives and vantage points and, skills and things that make them valuable in this space.
Absolutely. And then just events like this for women, how important are they? And you spoke to it, but like when you were saying back when you were coming up, there weren't many events like this. So how important is it to keep having these types of opportunities for women?
For sure. I think it's super important because the more that we know, the more that we can share with the younger generation, like the better equipped they're going to be to handle situations and roles that we maybe didn't have that sort of preparation for. So I think sharing the knowledge and helping the next wave of women is super important. And, really, really excited about this event and think it's a great thing that the Ravens put it on.
And then just as a woman who has navigated this industry, what advice do you have for women who may have not been here tonight but are looking to break into this industry?
Yeah, I think best thing I could say is just ask questions. Be a sponge. Don't be afraid to open your mouth if you want to know the answer to a question. Know that you do belong, and just put the work in, and the right things will find you.
Last question. We talked about your work with Derrick Henry. Now, Ravens fans, they know Derrick Henry as that train that runs straight down the field. But is there anything that you think that fans should know about Derrick that they may not know?
Just that he is the best and he's great and he's so much fun to work with.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kim. Appreciate your
Thanks for
time.
having me.